We all love Wireshark because it makes it easier for us to troubleshoot network-related issues, right? However, when you've got thousands of packets, how do you go through them in order to find out where the issue lies? The answer is knowing the right filters to use. I'm going to show you about 10 different filters and when to use them. Here is the first and the most important filter. If you learned anything important from this video, just know that one of the most important filters that you need is something similar to this. Here we are trying to filter traffic from and to a single device. So instead of digging through thousands of packets, you instantly isolate your target. So when is the right time to use this filter? When you are troubleshooting slow network, you are hunting suspicious traffic, or a user reports slow system. That's one of the times this filter is useful. The next one is to filter by port number. We all know the importance of port numbers when it comes to networking. Port 443 is HTTPS, while 22 is SSH. So the easiest way to troubleshoot is to use this filter to dig right into the particular port number that you're looking for, which makes it easier for you to troubleshoot it. So when do you use this filter? If HTTPS is failing, or SSH won't connect, for example, in that case you change it to port 22, or when you're debugging APIs or database issues. And filter number 3 is this one. You want to use this filter when you want to see everything your browser is doing. You use it when websites won't load, when APIs are failing, or when SSH handshake issues occur. And the next one is probably the shortest filter, DNS. When something doesn't load, this is the right place to start. As you know, DNS is often the first point of failure in any network. This filter shows every domain lookup your system is making. So you use it when website won't resolve, when apps are slow to start, or when you suspect malicious domains. The next filter is to check retransmissions. And this is when things get interesting. Retransmissions mean packets are being lost or resent. So this is what you mostly use during network congestion, weak Wi-Fi, or routing issues. You can use it when everything feels slow. Now we can also check connection attempts. You can use this filter to check who is trying to connect to what. If connection fails here, the session never even starts at all. You can use this when firewall issues are suspected, when connection is timing out, and when ports appear blocked. Another simple but powerful filter is ICMP. This you can use to check ping and trace-through traffic. You use this filter when you're trying to test reachability, diagnosing latency, or checking network hops. Now this is one of my most favorite filters. What you can use this filter to do is to isolate the packets into one conversation. So instead of thousands of packets, this very filter helps you to narrow things down into one single conversation in order to make it easier for your troubleshooting. Let me show you an example. Let us use the same filter that we used earlier, TLS. When we use filter, this very filter, in order to see what is happening in the browser, it generates, or you are going to see thousands of packets, right? Which is quite a mess. However, you can use the command I showed you earlier in order to narrow things down to see only one conversation again, which kind of narrows things down for you. Also, with Wireshark, you have the ability to search inside the traffic. For example, we can use this very command. Let us look for malware, for example. If you work in cybersecurity, you will be familiar with this. Here you can see the result. So you can basically search a whole lot of things here. Depending on what you're troubleshooting. For example, you could search something like, I don't know, username. I probably won't see any result here, maybe, or maybe host name. So you can search for different things here using this very filter. So it makes it easier. But like I said earlier, this will depend on what you're troubleshooting. If you work in cybersecurity, for example, this is one of the filters that you probably need to use, including other kind of, you can apply this depending on what you're troubleshooting. Basically, you can use this filter when you are debugging APIs, finding tokens or payloads, or when you are investigating security-related issues. Like I said earlier, if you work in cybersecurity or network security, for example, this will be your best friend. Our last filter will be not app or DNS. The thing is that when you gather your packets, you will see that the traffic is flooded with all kinds of data. For example, DNS information, apps, for example, or app, for example. Sometimes you want to kind of narrow it down and remove some of this noise in order to see exactly what you're troubleshooting. So in that case, you can use this very filter to remove this part of data from the packets that you gathered. So you can use this filter when you are doing general analysis, when you are debugging performance issues, or when you want a clean data set. With these filters, you will be able to identify most kinds of issues that you might be troubleshooting. I hope it's been helpful. Can I ask you to subscribe to the channel and watch the next video in order to see other ways you can troubleshoot network-related issues?